Just quickly, having a bit of a kerfuffle with YouTube and the government. There is a video listed in the description with more details. There's also a pinned comment. If you've already watched it, it is very much appreciated. Anyways, on to the story. Indistinguishable from technology. Report on humans' first contact from Negotiator 1132. Oh, my royals, I beg to report the meeting with humans on the edge of 589-201-5, known to the humans as Trappist F, has led to the discovery that the technology is far more advanced than our observations have reported. The First Contact Board strongly recommends that we treat the species not as prey, but as a danger to the royal systems with whom we must ensure to not cross territorial boundaries as they expand their dominion. The First Contact meeting, arranged after the human exploratory ship and our own crossed paths by chance in the 595095 system, was composed of groups of diplomats, scientists, military and political beings of each side. And at first, we thought them a near barbarous species whose rough technology had brought them far, yet not so far as the polished and fine technologies of your royal academies and shipyards. Their requests for cultural exchange and potential trade first led us to believe that they wished to be vassals to the royal throne. We quickly changed our perspective after they made their show of dominance. It occurred after the completion of the first session. A 2/3 day cycle had completed, and we followed the agreed-upon agenda to follow their ritual of sharing sustenance and to observe cultural performances from both species before the humans' nocturnal restoration. After the shared sustenance, our cultural representative, the renowned 113, gave a splendid musical interpretation of prime numbers up to 7919, leaving the humans gasping in amazement. I saw many open their mouths wide, breathing in deeply, although they hasted to cover their astonishment by holding their frontal digits before their breathing and eating orifices. Then they brought out their cultural representative, and it became clear that technology is not just a tool for these species. It is embedded so deeply in their being that they consider it a form of art. Their representative, whom they referred to as Chen Lu, the 10th, was dressed all in black, but for a white garment under the outer coat. After baring his teeth in standard greeting of their species, a sign of casual threats as a part of their culture, 42267 insists, he began demonstration that made it clear that their technology is beyond our mystery. I beg, my royals, that you will review the visual records of the event, and we have many times since, to try to detect the machinery they used, which must be vanishingly microscopic. It is unlike anything we've seen in the tens of species we have found since your noble line inaugurated star travel. Chen Lu spoke to us casually as he demonstrated their technological prowess, first showing us how he was able to make a small globes appear and disappear at will from between his frontal limb digits with a simple shake of them. He then placed one of the small globes before us, before me, in fact, and then covered it with one of 3 opaque cups and placed 2 others on either side. He then moved from side to side several times in a pattern that one of my own younglings could follow, making it simple to know where the globe was at all times. But then Chen Lu showed that not only could he make the globes disappear at will, as the globes was never under the cup when he asked us to tell us where one was, but he was able to instantly teleport the globe from one cup to another. It was a terrifying experience, my royals, though he performed it with great ease. There are several other demonstrations that you will see in the form of visual recordings, which include, but are not limited to, making solid matter pass through solid matter, as demonstrated with metal rings. Anti-gravity, as shown through the levitation of a glowing light source. Telepathy, as he was able to know the number and symbol that I had chosen from a stack of small pieces of sealed paper. Some incredible technology that I cannot fathom, in which somehow my own upper limb's computer brace teleported from my wrist to his without my knowledge. And more. It was so overwhelming that Negotiator 8446 fainted and had to be removed. His last demonstration was something that he called old-fashioned, saying that it had been done for centuries amongst his kind, which is most disconcerting if true, as our own knowledge does not even approach the boundaries of it. Chen Lu took his ornamental dressing from his head, which he called a top hat, and dropped a small piece of unrefined fabric within, which he referred to as a cotton ball. He then showed us the cotton ball in the hat and asked us to look at it closely, which we did, taking several image recordings. He then placed the hat on a small table that he had used throughout his demonstration and raised up a large stylus, black with white on one end, and activated it with some kind of voice recognition technology by making the vocal pattern "Howlo Cow Sam." My royals, it amazes me to report that the humans can transform inanimate matter into living creatures. He reached into the hat and pulled out a small mammal with long auditory senses and an active scent instrument, and turned to show us the cotton ball still remained affixed to the rear end of the creature. The humans then smashed their frontal digits together, which we took as a sign of dominance on their part, much like the chest beating on the 8491-02 beast, and our party all bowed our heads in ritual subservience. The humans were also confident in their technology that at our request they shared with us the stylus, the globes, and the laminated paper, although Chen Lu balked at providing the hat, the rings, and the small mammal, saying that the secrets of the trade are sacred, and of the mammal that Lei Ming would slaughter him if he returned without her bunny. Our examination has shown nothing remarkable about the material of the stylus, which Chen Lu referred to as a wand, making us believe that whatever machinery exists within it must be at a subatomic level. My royals, once again, we of the First Contact Board implore that we not make war upon the humans, but that we establish peace. Their technology, which they treat as some kind of minor art, may not be immediately evident within our crude starships or what weaponry we have observed, but it must be present and available, and would doubtless be unstoppable in war. I bid you once again to review the visual recordings in preparation for the diplomatic party that we agreed the humans would send in one sun cycle, which will include one of their most esteemed scientists, Mr. David Copperfield the 12th. Oh, my royals, I am yours to serve, loyally, 1132. End of story. I would like to thank our T5 members and patrons, Caspar Arnholtz, John Creighton, Vidmori, 050, Dragzoon WRE, and Elijah Silvercross. Thank you very much.